Hi everyone, it's Ash here. My guest today is Jason. Is it Bio?
It's actually Biyo.
Bio. Sorry, Bio. Excuse me. How are you
Okay.
doing today, darling?
I'm good. I'm good. It's a
Good.
pleasure.
Oh, thank you, and also for taking time out of your day to come and chat with me.
The pleasure is honestly mine. Like, just thank you guys for just extending your platform to have a chat with little me. So,
Oh no,
thank
you're
you.
big to us, Jason. You're big to us. Don't you worry. Right, Jason, tell us, how did you get started in music?
Um, so as a child, I honestly just loved singing. I loved dancing. I think I really got into it because my father used to love watching like music videos of musicians playing guitar on live bands. And then my older sister, she would do the same, but she would do the American version of it, not the Congolese version of it. And she would be watching MTV. And I would watch all these performers on MTV at the little age of like 4 years old by my own choice, by my own will. And I would watch like the VMAs and stuff and think like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I want to do that someday. So I kind of pretty much just got into like singing in the choir in school, elementary school choir. And yeah, that's
Just
how
went
I
on
kind of
from
get
there.
started.
And from
Yeah.
when you first started to where you are today, have you learned a lot from then until now?
Oh, yes.
Tell us all
Yes.
about it.
Um, I really feel like I've lived 1,000 different lives in just the small 27-year period of my life. But I've moved around a lot. I used to live in uh well, I currently live in like Maryland right now. I'm from Maryland originally, and we moved from Maryland to Ting, Tanzania, and
Right.
I lived in Kentucky as well. I'm actually wearing my school jacket when I used to
Oh,
go to
cute.
Kentucky. It's like a varsity jacket, like but for like performing arts. So that's why I was like, I'm gonna just wear this today. Like
Why not, Jason?
so
Why
it's like
not?
full circle.
Be
And
proud.
and then I also used to go to performing arts college. It's called AMDA in California. And yeah, it was a really that I think really molded me into the artist that I am today, and it helped me be more intentional.
Right.
So yeah,
Do you
uh,
enjoy performing live, Jason?
I do. I feel like I'm currently, just thinking about doing more shows, thinking about doing, I don't want to say a tour, but like just having more performances. I love to perform live. I think out of everything, that's like the the goal for sure.
Right. And when you do perform, where do you prefer to perform your live gigs? In like a small um, bar or sort of like a venue that can hold maybe 100, 200 people? What is your preference?
Honestly, I don't have one. That's
Okay.
kind of like a tough thing. I love the last performance that I did was like last year. I performed at the Hard Rock Cafe in Los
Oh,
Angeles,
very
and
nice.
it was really, really nice. It was so much fun. Um, just kind of like singing to a big audience, a big crowd, and it's kind of like a dinner setting, like dinner table
Oh,
line. So it's nice.
oh, that's
Um,
nice. Could people dance there?
People were definitely like dancing and moving around. I did like a cover of like NSYNC and like the Backstreet Boys, and
Okay.
I was like pointing to somebody like up in the
Oh,
crowd, and they were like moving and dancing. So it was fun. Yeah,
pretty awesome, I must say.
honestly.
And how do you write your music, Jason? Do you sit down and think about what you're going to write, or does just the idea come to you and you say, I've got to write this right now before I forget?
I think each song comes differently. For me, I'm a special case because I produce my music as well.
Okay.
I make the beats. And if I didn't make the beat, because I do work with other producers as well, if
Right.
they send me a beat, sometimes I'll just write to the beat, or sometimes I'll be in the shower and then like, a little melody comes to my head and I'm like, oh, let me see what I could do with this. Or but something I feel like I've been doing recently is like taking songs that I've written like in the past, like really old songs that I
Right.
thought was really nice, but then it ended up not being nice. I've
Oh,
taken that and created a new song out of it, out of the old. So I think that's kind of like my process too as
okay.
well.
So it's not
But
nothing too stressful, really.
yeah, it's kind of just like I like to just go with the flow, honestly. Because I've even written with like a lot of people and they have their own methods. So I try to be as open-minded as possible when it comes to everybody's creative process, including my own. Just as long as I get a song out, I think that's just like the true goal. But
Yeah. Wow.
yeah, no.
It's fascinating, Jason. I must say, I'm not the type of person, obviously, I'm not a musician, but I can just imagine what you guys have to do to write the melody, write the bridge, and write this. And oh, I don't know, it must be so stressful, maybe at times. And you think, oh,
Mhm.
that doesn't really go, and you have to like change it. So,
Oh, but you and that's only the half of it.
oh,
Because
no,
being a
oh,
if you're like me in a sense where you're producing the beat and then you have to write a song on top of it. Sometimes you'll make the beat for so long that all of a sudden you don't have the energy to write something to the beat.
oh,
And
no.
that gets so like I get so defeated by that. Or where it's like I've written this song and now I want to make a beat around it. Sometimes that can be tricky too. And it's like, this is not the beat that I heard in my head. And
Oh, no.
but I think the cure to that is just have fun and then just experiment because sometimes the best things happen by accident.
Very true. Yeah, I agree with
Um,
that. Yeah.
yeah, I just like to just have fun with it. So,
No, why not? Jason, tell us, what is your dream venue to perform at, or would you like to perform at?
ooh, my dream venue. I have a couple. I just,
Okay, what are
but
they?
definitely the Super Bowl.
Oh,
The
yes.
Yeah, the NFL Super Bowl for sure. I would love to do that. That's been my dream since I was a kid.
Well, I'm
Definitely
sure.
definitely the VMAs. I say that so much. MTV VMAs, like I just know that I could pull it off with
Yeah,
the years and time, I think. And also I would love to do Madison Square Garden. I've never been there, but like it feels like when you're there, that's when you know like, oh, you've made it. So
you've
I think
made it. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
those two.
I've only seen it really on TV, but it looks quite a popular place.
Mhm.
So I'm
Um,
rooting for you, Jason, that you'll
thank
perform
you.
there.
Yeah. And I guess also like the Grammys and the BET Awards, but yeah, so I know it's a lot of little places, but for sure.
I'll one day when I'll see you, think, oh no, that guy, I interviewed him.
It's like wow.
I know it'll be wow. Tell us, Jason, also, what's an average day like for you?
An average day like for Jason Biyo. Um, I think I mean I'm pretty good about getting rest. I'm really good about, trying to prioritize my mental health. So I like to start
Right.
the day off, ruining it by scrolling on my phone like everybody else.
That's
No,
normal. Yeah, that's
no, no.
normal.
But definitely, uh, I guess like my routine is like I wake up at 5 a.m. I like to go to the gym, just trying to get my summer body like the rest of us, even though summer kind of started a couple weeks ago.
Oh no.
But yeah, going to the gym. After the gym, I like to just kind of meditate, pray, journal, um, and then yeah, um, hang out with my family. When I'm not
Right.
hanging out with my family, I'm sitting at home making music. And I feel like I that takes a big chunk of my day is just sitting inside of my closet, which I am in right now, honestly, and just making music.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. I suppose the more music you make, the more songs you get out there, and the more you perform, and that will open the door for you one of these days. When somebody will see you and say, "Oh, this guy's fantastic."
I really do feel like just like the performing aspect is what I want to do right now because I
Right.
focused a lot of my time on the internet, and I feel like a lot of people forget like, hey, there's grass outside. Um, so
Oh, yeah, there's grass, there's a big yellow ball outside at times. Yeah.
so and I'm not gonna lie, even sometimes I forget it too. Like just like go outside and like meet people and go perform. And I think that's something that this generation, like we're so focused on numbers and
Yeah.
likes and comments and views that we forget like, hey, if you want to actually meet people and build your audience, you got to do it in real life too. So I'm kind of trying to switch to that. Yeah.
Well, that's true. And do you ever suffer from stage fright?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Nah.
good, good.
I
So you just
definitely
love
have
it.
I definitely have like the nerves right before, but I feel like I can transmute the energy and then just like have a good time on stage and just because I really like believe in like feeding the audience because
Right.
as a performer like you really have to feed your audience and sometimes the audience isn't that good and like they're like who's this guy like what's he about I'm trying to who's the next person I didn't come for him and so you just have to like push through that and still
Yeah,
feed the audience because you never know who's in the audience who's like, oh my gosh, he did
true.
really good. Like, I want to follow him. I want to do this. So,
You just never know. As you said, there could be a label or a record exec, in the audience, and
mm,
as I said, that sees you and oh, this guy's fantastic. I want to sign him. And I think that's
yeah.
fantastic. Just work towards that. And I'm sure, as
Mhm.
I said, one of these days, somebody is going to knock on your door and say, Jason, come, with us. And your name will be up in lights. There you go.
I feel like who knows? I think yeah, I would love to be signed to a label just because I have been doing this independently for a little bit, like about 5 years now, uh,
Okay.
5, 6. Um, but I think I've been really robbed because of COVID.
Oh, I
So
know.
I
Oh,
I haven't had the opportunity to go outside and, like perform as much. But no, I think I wouldn't be opposed to signing to a label, and I'm kind of just open to work right now.
yeah, that's true. I mean, I suppose, it's costly because it costs the independent artists such as yourself
Oh
out
yeah.
of your own pocket that you're paying for stuff, to produce the songs, to etc. etc. And the more you promote, you were
For sure.
hoping exactly. It's just I feel it's
Um,
so hard for you guys.
oh yeah. I don't know if you've seen like any of my music videos, but I have a song called Flavor and a song called Mrs. B. I had to fund that entirely out of pocket.
Oh,
Um,
yeah,
I I've had to fund even my last project, J2K, which is on all streaming platforms. Um, I had to fund that all entirely out of pocket. Luckily, I'm able to record everything myself, but
right.
in terms of like, I had to actually like outsource it to somebody else to get that mix that I wanted. So
I
I had to pay
know.
for studio time and yeah, so it is such a big investment and sometimes at the beginning I it's hard to see the return of that investment, but I feel like years later when people look back and see how much I invested towards this, I will reap those rewards. And I keep telling myself that to stay motivated for sure.
That's true, very true. All things come to those who wait, all good things come to those who wait. But I mean, you've got to draw the line somewhere and say, right, this has got to be returned now because all my time and money is invested into my craft.
Yes.
And Jason, tell us, your parents, do they support your career?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. They definitely do. In the beginning, it was a little bit tough. I feel like they're just kind of like, because I have African parents, like I said before, my parents
Okay.
are from Congo, and it's the typical like, you got to be a doctor, you got to be, this. But I've proved to them that like this means a lot to me, um, by going to school for it and um investing so much time in it that they see it, and even my relatives would reach out to my parents and be like, "Oh, I saw your son's music video."
Oh, cute.
So yeah, they're really supportive. They're really in my corner, especially my
Oh,
dad. He was asking like, "Hey, what new song are you making right now?" Like,
oh,
it's,
that's sweet, Jason. Do they ever come to
yeah,
your
like the other day I
shows?
was actually um no, only because
Oh,
I don't invite them. Because
okay.
sometimes the environment is just like I wouldn't want my parents to be there. But
Okay.
definitely no, I definitely just kind of keep it at home, keep it in the car rides, like showing them my music and stuff. If I have a video, I show them a video of the performance. Um, I'm sure they would love to be there, and I think just in the near future, I want to have more shows that I organize myself rather than um kind of like going to like a Hard Rock Cafe or
Right.
another venue to perform type of thing. Yeah.
Of course, Shammy, you were going to say something just the other day?
Yeah, just the other day though, I was like sitting in the car with my dad and I was like showing him some new music that I haven't put out yet. And he's just hilarious. He said like, um, what, you made this all in your bedroom? I'm like, and
Oh,
I'm
my
like,
word.
yeah. And he's like, well, you got to put this out now. Like, we have to pay some bills. Like, but he said it in
Oh,
French. So it's just like funnier in French. But yeah, like he's really supportive of it. And yeah, I appreciate him.
oh, that's so sweet. Well, Jason, we're out of time, but just before we go, if you could just tell us where people can follow you and buy your music.
Yes. You can follow me at TheJasonBiyo on Instagram, TikTok. Uh, I call it Twitter. If you want to call it X, that's that's your thing. But yeah, at the Jason Biyo on all streaming platforms, everywhere, YouTube. Yeah.
Why not? Oh, Jason, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day. I've thoroughly enjoyed chatting with you. You're such a fantastic guy, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so, 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 so much. This was so much fun.
No problem, Jason, and you have a great day.
Yes, you too.
Thanks, Jason. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.